Hello everyone, today we are starting the journey for data engineering. If we ask the simple question, what is data engineering? Data engineering is the process or the technique through which you manage the data, store the data and move the data from one system to the another system. For understanding the data engineering concepts, our first step will be understanding the data sources, from where we will pull the data sets. There are different types of data sources. For example, if you order the food from the Swiggy, then it will trigger the application from backend and data will be stored somewhere. First example will be Swiggy. For example, you go to the Swiggy app and you order something. Then your order details will be stored into a database. We will study what is a database in our later lectures. If you do any kind of payment to the UPI, then that payment is also stored somewhere. And that system from where payment is stored is called the API. Don't confuse over the jargons or something, because we will discuss this in the later lectures in detail. When HR sends the salary sheet or your salary slips, then that data is stored somewhere in the Excel file. You browse the Instagram or YouTube and do some activity like the video, reshare it, repost it, then that is called log files. These are some basic or some most relevant sources. These data sources are used widely in the industry. What are those data sources? Database, API, Excel file, or you can say the file system. These are few practical examples for the data sources. Now we discuss what kind of data do we have. What are the types of data? Look, there are three types of data in the market. First one is the structured data. Structured data is the data set where we do have fixed rows and the fixed column. Some basic examples for this is the Excel file. In the Excel you have seen the rows and the column concepts. That is the kind of the structured data set. For example, bank transaction table, student exam results, employee salary sheet are the structured data set. Semi-structured, like it don't have the concept of rows and column. It is somewhat nested. For example, Swiggy order JSON, activity Instagram activity log, weather API response. Then third one is the unstructured data. Unstructured data is the kind of data where we do have photos, videos, audio. Now we dive into each of the types of data sets and discuss it in the details. Structured data, we have already discussed that there is a combination of rows and columns with a fixed and predefined structure. Now bank transaction table, it has account number, name of the customer, amount, date, hospital patient records, patient ID, name, age. This data set is in the form of table. For example, name, ID, email, row 1, row 2, row 3. Now where this kind of data is stored? This kind of data is stored in the MySQL, SQL databases, and in the CSV files, Excel files. Now we talk about the semi-structured data. This is the example of the semi-structured data. Here you can clearly observe there is no concept of rows and columns here. In the concept of, if you look here, there is a curly bracket starting, then this is the attribute name and the value corresponding to the 7, then age is the attribute and value corresponding to is the 28, and so on. Here you can see there is a list format here. It doesn't have any kind of structure. It can be nested also. For example, reason. Reason is one more attribute. Inside the reason we have country, country is another attribute which is the part of the reason. City. So here we can clearly observe reason has the country and city attribute inside it. So it's a nested format. So it don't have the clear structure here. It can be nested also. Now third one is the unstructured dataset. We are quite familiar with this kind of dataset. In the unstructured dataset, we do have PDF documents, images, audio, video. It don't have any kind of row and column concepts. It don't have any kind of semi-structured concept also, that nested concept also. It's completely different. Image, audio and video. Now come to the types of data sources, which we have discussed earlier. First one is the databases. Database are the server or the system that store the complete structured datasets. And sometimes semi-structured datasets are also stored in the databases. It acts as a storage system for you. For example, MySQL. Then second one is the API. What is API? Application Programming Interface. When two systems communicate with each other, then both those two systems has some set of rules and regulations. We can say them the protocols. For example, you are logging into a Facebook or the Instagram account. What you say? You will input your email ID and the password. That detail will be sent to the system, Facebook system. And if it approves, then you can log into that. That is a kind of API, we can say. Or you are transferring the amount to the UPI system. Then when you enter your details and send the amount details and your MPIN details, then you will get the response. But we can say API allows you to communicate between two systems. Practical examples will be log into the Instagram account, can be example. Doing some payment to the bank application, and then your local system is communicating with the bank system. Between these two systems, we have some rules and regulation, and that rules and regulation work through the API. API is the most widely used source system in the market today. API, then databases, and then files. Files is the Excel file, CSV file, or you can say the PDF file, which are stored in some kind of storage systems like Outlook Share Drive, Google Drive, S3 system, AWS S3. Thank you.